What's up? Okay. Man, my hair is crazy right now. I just got out of the shower. Alright, so since the last video, I've done 2 hauls. They're not the best of hauls, to be honest, but they're not bad. I think I'm going to start going to that trade center more regularly. So instead of going to Salvation Army like 3 times a week and getting just kind of crap, I think I'll go to the trade center once a week and get quality. It's going to cost a little more, and I'll probably be getting less. Yeah, I'll probably only spend like $5 every time I go there. That's only 10 movies, because they want 50 cents a piece, but it'll be 10 quality movies instead of like 40 crap movies. But once a month, Salvation Army does do the 10 movies for $1. So I will go there once a month. But anyway, I don't even know how many movies we got here. It's not a lot. So we're just going to go through them quick, because like I said, these aren't the best of movies. And actually, like 4 or 5 of them are my wives. Wives? I got a couple. No, my wife's. No V. F. Alright, so yeah, let's just get right into it. Alright, the first one we got, I picked this one up mainly for her. She's a big fan, and I was kind of curious about it too, because I know there was an NES game based off this movie. We have Michael Jackson Moonwalker. I actually just watched this like 2 nights ago, and holy crap, man, it's like an acid trip. This is the weirdest movie ever, man. It just kind of screws around with like the special effects and stuff that were around at the time, which had to have been like mid-80s. If I had to guess, I'd say 85. I'm not going to look around for the date though, but yeah, watch that movie, man. Like, if you like Michael Jackson music, that's all it is. It's just music, but with like weird-ass special effects going on. Really weird movie. Alright, next one. This is one I don't think I would have grabbed normally, but Shut Your Face Phone. But, yeah, like I said, the movies haven't been very good at Salvation Army, so I grabbed it. We have The Animal. This is, I think, one of Rob Schneider's first movies, where he was the leading role. Okay, phone, you shut your face. Ugh. You won't hear it anymore. Yeah, it's one of his first movies where he was the leading role, because I think this came out before Hot Chick. Anyway, I forget what happens, but he ends up in some sort of accident, and some doctor brings him back, like, recovers him using, I don't know if it's animal DNA or what it is, but anyway, he has the personality of a bunch of different animals. It is a pretty funny movie. Next one, this is more of a childhood movie. Another one I've seen quite a bit, but I've kind of been putting it off. We have the Flintstones. I'm not going to say too much about this, because if you've seen the cartoon, it's the same idea, just live action version. And they actually did a pretty good job of putting that onto the big screen. If I remember right, it's not too bad. Next one I've never seen. The title sounded cool. Phantoms. So I don't know much about the movie. I read the back, and it sounds like something's been living under the Earth's surface for a while. It comes up, kills most of the planet. The few survivors have to like try to fight back, take the planet back, I think. Again, I haven't seen it. I just kind of quickly read the back. Alright, next one. Another one I probably would have put off for a while, but it's not a bad movie, and I haven't seen it in the store before, so I grabbed it. Best of the Best 2. I actually haven't seen the first one, I don't think. But what this one's about is... So Eric Roberts, this guy here, and his buddy were both fighters when they were young, like competition fighting. I think they're both hard on money. So his buddy joins a death match. He's like really cocky, convinced he'll win the match and get a ton of money. He ends up dying. He loses the match. This guy here then trains him to fight to like avenge his buddy's death. So it's not a bad movie. Next one, Galaxy Quest. I don't completely remember what this is about. I think it's about a bunch of actors are filming a show called Galaxy Quest, and then actual aliens come, I think. So yeah, they're filming almost like a Star Trek type show. And real aliens show up, I believe. Alright, next one. We got the 90s version of Godzilla. This is one of those movies that didn't get a lot of love. And it's definitely a bias, man. A lot of people hate this movie just because of how Godzilla looks. And I agree. Like, here's the back. So they basically made him a T-Rex. But if people can just get past that fact that, yes, they made Godzilla not look like Godzilla, it's actually not a bad movie. It really isn't. So yeah, there's that. We got Godzilla. Next one, this is one of my, I almost said wives again. One of my wife's. Save the Last Dance. This is just a romantic movie. I know it's one of those, like, interracial couple struggling type movie, so it's a white chick, black guy. Yeah, I don't remember too much. It's a dancing movie. Next one, she also her movie, Coyote Ugly. This one, my family really likes this movie, and it is pretty entertaining. It's about a chick who works at sort of like a raunchy style bar, and I don't know, she just starts singing there. It's a decent movie. I don't know what else to really say about it. Next one. So 2 hauls ago, I got The Lost World. If you remember, I got that 2-disc or 2-tape collector's edition, and I said the reason I haven't gotten the movie before, I've seen it all the time, is it was always missing that lanicular insert. And I tried to explain it, but I didn't explain it very well. But anyway, we got it. So what I had said in that video is there was 2 pieces of cardboard, which you can see. So you got like the actual tape and then this one. And there was supposed to be an insert in here that I said was always missing. But this one actually came with it. So yeah, that would slip in right in between the 2 pieces of cardboard. Let me get that in there. That's about center. So yeah, this does one of these dealios, and that actually looks pretty cool on the webcam. So yeah, I was actually able to find this with the insert. So even though I have the movie, I grabbed this copy anyway, just because that little insert is really hard to find. Alright, next one. Oh, this actually even has like the little ad that would have came in it, which I was actually kind of curious about. I wanted to see what was in it. So this is just kind of showing off some of the movies that were out at the time. Land Before Time. Not too much else. Yeah, not too much else. And then some Lost World toys. But that is cool that it has the little insert that it would have came with. Next one, another one my wife chose. And that's The Indian in the Cupboard. This is actually a really good movie from my childhood. And I've seen it a few times, but I've always put it off because it's been in like really bad condition. But this one's in great condition. Unfortunately, it's missing... there was a little native guy and a little key that came with it. And yeah, I had that when I was a kid. Oh wait, did it come with the little guy? I think so. Yeah, it did. But yeah, I had them when I was a kid. Unfortunately, I could probably go on eBay and get it if I really wanted to. But one really cool thing about this tape case here. So they made the side look like a cupboard. The key that came with it would actually fit in there. And you could take the insert out. Ooh, I gotta sneeze. Don't do it, asshole. Ooh, I'm gonna do it. Don't do it. Okay, I think it's gone. Anyway, you could take the insert out. And you can flip it around. I'm just going to show you. I don't want to take it all the way out. And if you flipped it around, you can make the tape look like a cupboard. Oh, fuck, man. That sneeze does not want to go away. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I think when I was young, I did actually flip it around when I had this. Okay, next one. Another one of hers. We have 101 Dalmatians. And this is the Black Diamond one that everybody's going crazy about. It's actually really funny. So there started being all these Facebook posts of people saying, do you have a Black Diamond Disney VHS? They're worth thousands. And this was just sellers trying to drive up the value of these. Like, basically, if you keep telling people it's worth a lot, eventually it will become worth a lot. And that trick doesn't always work. Like, I remember, that's actually what got me into VHS, believe it or not. Because I was convinced these things were going to be worth a fortune. Any of the Disney movies that have the Black Diamond on the side. And the reason they were supposed to be valuable, these were the original releases of these movies. So this is before any sort of edits or remasters or whatever. These are the original VHS releases of these movies. And, yeah, so I ran into the thrift shop. I'm like, I gotta get all these Black Diamonds, man. They're worth thousands. I'm gonna be rich. And that's what actually got me into VHS. And then you go on eBay, and it turned out they weren't worth that much. But it seems to have started to work, man. Like, if you go on eBay now and look at the Black Diamond ones, they're all like minimum $50. So, and I mean, there's somebody that's trying to sell them for like 10 grand. But I mean, even the trade center and stuff that I was at the other day, they would have all these behind glass. So it does seem like the trick was working, man. The value on these things do seem to be going up. And they're not even that difficult to find. Like, I could have grabbed like 4 yesterday if I wanted to. But anyway, there's that. Next one, I think this had an insert in it too. It did not, I lied to you, I'm sorry. We got Pokemon, the first movie. I don't need to talk much about this. Everybody freaking knows Pokemon, especially with Pokemon Go app recently. But yeah, this is the first movie. I found the second one before, but I didn't bother grabbing it. I wanted to get this one, though, and that's the first time I've seen it. Alright, the next one, we got Reservoir Dogs. So this is a really cool movie. This is about a bunch of people trying to rob a bank. I believe it's a bank. Yeah, I think so. But the movie kind of plays in reverse. It's done really weird. So they kind of start with the end result of what happened with the bank robbery. And it kind of, like I said, it almost plays in reverse. It's really weird, but really good movie. Next one. This one I grabbed for the wife. We got The Secret Garden, the original. So now she has... I can't see from here. Yeah, so now it has the original and the remake on VHS and the remake on DVD. I haven't seen this one. I don't think she has either. But the remake's good, so I'm going to assume this one will be good too. The next one, Jackie Chan movie, Rumble in the Bronx. So I don't remember this movie much. I know I used to own it on VHS. And Jackie Chan was huge in the 90s, man. Everybody loved him. And I haven't seen a Jackie Chan movie in a while. Oh, that's not true. I just saw Forbidden Kingdom. But yeah, I grabbed it more or less because I don't have any Jackie Chan VHS right now. And I remember that being a good one. Next one. Probably my favorite drug movie. Blow. So this is almost a Scarface type movie. Just shows a guy starting from nothing, selling blow, and becoming like biggest blow distributor, I believe, in the US. And I think this is also based, it is based off a true story, I remember now. At the end, they kind of show the actual guy that this is based off of and stuff. It's a really good movie. Next one, again, I bought it for the wife. This is supposed to be the best musical ever. Singing in the Rain. I can't say anything about it. I've never seen it. She's never seen it or even heard of it. But, yeah, I grabbed that for her. The next one, I don't actually think I like this one that much. I don't think a lot of people like it very much. But Grease 2. Main reason I grabbed it, the first Grease is freaking awesome. I know I keep saying I'm a huge horror fan, but Grease is one of my favorite movies, even though it's like the complete freaking opposite of horror. So I grabbed the second one. I don't actually remember it at all, so it's definitely worth a rewatch. Next one of my favorite mob movies, we have Casino. So there was a time in my life where I did a lot of gambling. Like a lot. I practically lived in the casino. In fact, I did for a while. They would give me a bunch of free nights at the hotel. And I had let them accumulate for a while, and I actually lived there a whole entire month. And then after that, I would stay there 3 days a week, every week. And yeah, I practically lived in the casino for a whole year. And that was around the time that I was super into mob movies too, so this movie just fit in with that perfect. And yeah, I love this movie. It's basically about when the mob ran Vegas. And yeah, really good one. It's a really long movie. And the whole thing's narrated, which some people don't like, but I think it fits in with the tone of the movie. And yeah, it's really, really good one. Next one, so a few hauls ago I showed The Godfather Part 1. This is Godfather Part 3, so I'm just missing the second one now. And I've already talked about the first one, so I'm not going to talk about this one, but there you go. Oh, son of a bitch, they've fallen. The stack's getting big again, man. Alright, we just got a couple more. So the next one, I didn't even know this existed, but The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. This came out before the big Hollywood release, and I guess this was a 2-part TV special that they played over in the eastern side of the world, in Europe somewhere, on BBC. So I haven't seen it, but when I was in the store, I looked up on my phone if it was worth grabbing, and the ratings on it are really good. It's like a 7.3 out of 10. That's not bad, and I'm actually really curious about it, so I've never seen it in stores before, and I guarantee I'll probably never see it again. So that was definitely worth a pickup. Next one. This one I think is really cool. Let me get some of these out of the way here. I've stacked these all weird. Okay, come to me. Damn you. Okay, that'll do. Alright, so this one I think is really cool. It's like an original release, man, of A Christmas Carol. And this, I think, is like a 1931 version, which I don't think I have. 1938. So I think I have the 1951 version and the 1983 version. I don't have this one, the 1938. So this is probably the first release of A Christmas Carol. But if you look at this, this is how VHS looked when they first came out. So if you compare the size, it's quite a bit bigger in like every way. I'm not holding it up very well, but quite a bit bigger. And the other cool thing about it is it sort of opened up like a book. And then it would have the cast and everything in there. This would just pop out. It has like the MGM logo in there. It's really cool. So this was actually released. So the movie's from 1938, but the VHS itself was released in 1985. So I did a bit of research, and it sounded like VHS came out in 1976 in Japan, 1977 in the western side of the world. It didn't really pick up until like early to mid 80s. Probably a little earlier, so let's say 1981, something like that. This came out in 1985, so this really is like really early in VHS life cycle. So I thought that was really cool. Alright, the last one. This unfortunately is a really crappy copy, but I was afraid I won't see this movie again, and this was one of my favorite movies as a kid. I still like it quite a bit. We have I almost said grave diggers. Gold diggers. So this is a crappy copy because it's one of those library copies. I actually remember grabbing a few of these when I was a kid. Because they were really cheap. You would rent them with your library card, so it didn't cost you any money. They were free. You just had to obviously return them on time so you didn't get late fees. But what they would do is, this is the original cardboard case, and they would just cut it and stick it inside of one of these clamshell cases. But yeah, this movie is freaking awesome, man. I loved this as a kid, and I still think it's a really good movie. It's just about two girls. So, the girl over here moves to a new town. She doesn't have any friends or anything. And she ends up becoming friends with, like, kind of the town weirdo. The one that everybody kind of makes fun of, doesn't like. And they go in search of this legendary gold inside this cave. I don't remember too much, but it's a really, really, really good movie. I love this freaking movie, man. So I figured I'd grab it when I saw it, because I don't think I'll see it again. This was a tough movie to find even during the time when it was out. So yeah, I had to grab that, and if I ever find a better copy, whatever, I'll donate this back to Salvation Army or something. So that's it. That's all of them. So not the best of hauls, but we got some cool ones. Like, I'm really happy to have got Gravedigger. That Christmas Carol one's freaking awesome. A Black Diamond one, so we're going to be freaking millionaires now. Lost World. We got some cool ones in here. So not bad, not great. Again, no horror. But anyway, that's going to do it, guys. I think this is a long one, unfortunately. But I'll see you in the next one. Later.